Good morning, guys. Hi, how are you all doing? Prepared for day two, guys. It's the Pure Energy Healing Academy course, which is the first day is always extreme. Come a bit closer. The first day is always extremely beautiful but challenging for my voice because I basically start speaking from 10 o'clock, have 1 hour break, and then I speak again right the way through till 5. So it's basically getting people aware of what a true healer is. You know, clearing away ego, thought process of how healing should be, the steps that many healers work towards, and all of those things that sometimes can hold us back because we've been kind of conditioned to believe that a healer has to be this or should be that. So it takes a lot of discussion to break down certain barriers and walls, but I've got to be honest with you. These 6 souls who booked on this course are divine. It's like makes my work so easy. And I looked up last night when they all left and said, thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is day two, 15 minutes, and they'll be all here. And day two is a beautiful day because this is what we call hands-on. Not that we actually touch anybody, but hands-on meaning that we start doing the work with clients. And we build our confidence up through the art of stillness. So most of the day is experiencing the art of healing energy, feeling energy, and basically healing ourselves. Because through healing, we heal ourselves. Because obviously, when healing comes through into your own energy, it's going to be healing you after it passes through into your client. So it's a win-win situation. And when you become a practitioner, I said, what could be more beautiful than giving a healing session and at times being paid for it and getting a healing session yourself? And I said, and you know, I did it for 15 years, so I must have needed a lot of healing, which I did. It's a beautiful day, guys. I'd like to just break down two oils that I just brought out after many years. Okay, and the two oils which I recently brought out was sacred oil and awakening oil. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about awakening oil and why I decided to make an awakening oil. Awakening oil came to me when I started seeing many people who were starting to ask questions, open their eyes about what's going on outside, what they see around them, how strange things are, but they couldn't really digest and understand it because it was a lot to take in. And many people were coming to me for some kind of guidance in the right direction. They knew that they were heading in the right direction, but they didn't know what to do thereafter. And all the while, I kept hearing this kind of message saying, you need to create an oil to help people awaken. So, listen, don't get me wrong, people are awakening without an oil, but I just wanted this oil to help them, to encourage them. And I thought, if I could create an oil with certain extracts from Mother Nature that is the symbolism of the pineal gland, this alpha mode inside the back, this little muscle. If we can help not just awaken it, but make it more stronger and more powerful. So I started hunting down certain oils, and I can tell you one of them now, which I didn't use, but I tried to get an essential oil called pineapple, because what does the pineapple look like? Okay, so you figured it out. So then I started hunting for other signs in Mother Nature that looks like this alpha muscle. And I tracked one down and I started working with it. And I found pretty quickly that it was stimulating my whole senses, and I found myself really being attuned to certain things. What I found most impressive about this beautiful extract was not only was I seeing things more clear, but it was almost like I was getting the answers, like my voice was becoming louder, my inner voice, or whatever you want to call it, spirit, angels, and I was hearing things more clear. But more importantly, the pieces were being put together. So I thought, okay, I'm on the right tracks. So then I started adapting it with a few other oils from different parts of the world, from different trees, to see if I could utilize that and the essence of cleansing and clearing any blocks within the mind, within the heart, which needs to be cleared for an even more clearer and more precise vibration that helps me attune and put the pieces together. And thus I created this little oil, which is called awakening oil. The awakening oil to me is it's just that. It awakens people. So therefore this oil is predominantly for people who are more beginning the path of spirituality. And this oil is more of a gentle oil. So it helps you step into that, because you don't want all of a sudden it to blow your head like the Moldavite oil, and sometimes the sacred oil can do that. I wanted something more gentle, and thus I made the awakening oil. That is the difference between the Moldavite oil and this, which is the sacred oil. So it is more for people who want to gently step into it. And I said I didn't really need to explain how to use it, but maybe I should tell you. For me, the awakening oil should be always around here and where the heart is, because it's predominantly there to help you awaken. So when you're rubbing it on your heart, you're helping your heart become more attuned to the voice. When you're rubbing it around your head, your crown chakra, your temples, your third eye, it's helping you hear, it's helping you see, it's helping you open up. And of course you can rub some behind your ears too. It's helping you hear. So that's why I created this oil, and I love it to bits. All the practitioners now today will be using all of the oils that I work with from day to day. So what happens, they will naturally go over and choose a certain oil for their client or for themselves, and they will use it in the way that they feel they need to use it. It isn't really an instruction. And if you know me by now, if you've known me for these years, I am not somebody who fits into the ABC 1, 2, 3. This is about giving you the encouragement to listen yourself, and for you to send me a message under there and say, you know what, Mark, I love your awakening oil. It's helping me with this, or it's doing this, or it's doing that, and I've started to use it this way. That to me shows me that you are becoming your own teacher. And it saddens me when people have to ask me every single question, because what I try and do is for you to get your own power, for me to give you your power, and for you to listen to your own higher intuition. If I'm telling you what to do with this all the time, I just steal your power and you just become a robot listening to me. But I say, look, try it different ways and listen and feel and tell me what you feel and tell me which worked best. The awakening oil for me in the morning, I like to rub it in my hands and breathe it in through my nose, because I know that essence, that vapor goes straight up here and starts to do the inner healing and awakening. And you can say, oh, I've tried it this way. I rubbed it on the back of my neck. I rubbed it on my lower back. I rubbed it on the balls of my feet, and it works. My God, there's so many ways you can use these oils. So open yourself up to trying different things. That's what I did. So what I share with you is what works for me, but it may not work for you in the same way. And you might get better hits by rubbing it here or by rubbing it anywhere else. You could rub it here, you could rub it anywhere. And therefore, I want you to become your own teacher. My whole philosophy about teaching pure energy healing is pure means that it's what comes from you. Pure doesn't come from me. If I'm sharing it with you, it just becomes a copy of what I do. So when I give guidance, it isn't set in stone. They are not the 10 Commandments. They are only guides to be able to, for you to say, you know what? I don't like doing it that way. I'm going to do it this way. Yes, that's what I did. So when 15 years ago, I learned from shamans and from Wiccans and from psychics, from mediums. I learned from so many people. But what I learned was what I didn't want to use and didn't want to do. But I tried it and thought, that doesn't work. This works for me. And my teachers used to get upset. And that was great because it taught me how to become a good mentor. Never a teacher, a mentor. Because that means that when I was growing up learning this, I was saying, you know what? If I ever shared this information, I wouldn't be so hard on my friends who come to learn. I don't call them pupils because we're all pupils and teachers. So it was a great thing for me to have really, really angry teachers and aggressive ones who didn't like me moving off their path because they were so frightened that I would create something that may be better than theirs, which is ridiculous because there's no better or worse. It's just what works for us. So I hope you like that little message about the awakening oil. The sacred oil and the Moldavite oil are completely different, guys. Completely different level of energy. So I hope you enjoy it. Wish me luck now. The students, why do I keep saying student? My friends who are coming to learn the art of healing from their own intuition should be here shortly. 6 beautiful souls, and I'm about to open the door to them and we're going to have a lovely day today. I'm sorry I'm not doing many videos right now, but I tried to sneak them in because it's such a long day, and when I finish I have a lot of cleansing, clearing with my Moldavite new sticks which we're working with today. I do saging as well, so I get the room perfect, because you've got to understand when you're working in the energy of spirit, that room has to be filled with positive energy to get the utmost of beautiful vibration, which then creates this amazing energy of healing in the room. So my job is to work through the day and night to clear and get the energy perfect. And that's it really, guys. Maybe one day you can come and see me and we can learn together and share our experiences. I think the 13th of this month is the last course I'm doing this year, and it's all about crystals and learning to work with them and learning all about them. So maybe you can come along to the beautiful village of Mijas Pueblo and sign up, and I'll see you in a few days, guys. If it's meant to be. There's a few spaces still left. And that's it. That's all I've got left this year. Take care of yourselves. Miss you all. Love you all. Have a great day. Whatever you're doing, you're in my heart. And to the people who have sent some messages in the past few days, thank you so much. One particular message touched my heart most of all, from a beautiful soul who said that she wanted to send me a message because her father wants to say thank you for all the videos, because he wants to be a better person and he's learning through these videos to be that. That just, I mean, it just makes me want to cry. It's so beautiful. It's exactly like I wanted to be. Same as me, I wanted to be a better person, and that's why I did it for my children and everybody else. Have a great day, guys. Gonna cry. See you later. Have a great day. Miss you all.